Second Chronicles chapter 1 verse 8. And Solomon said to God, you have shown great mercy to David my father, and have made me king in his place. Now, O Lord God, let your promise to David my father be established, for you have made me king over people like the dust of the earth in multitude. Now give me wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before the people. For who can judge these great people of yours, right? Of yours. Then God said to Solomon, because this was in your heart, and you have not asked riches or wealth or honor or the life of your enemies, nor have you asked long life, but have asked for wisdom and knowledge for yourself, that you may judge my people over whom I have made you king. Wisdom and knowledge are granted to you, and I will give you riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had who were before you, nor shall any other have it like. Right? No one has been rich as Solomon. No one has been as wise other than Jesus Christ, but he's God. Right? We're talking about people. Right? So when we really think about King Solomon's life, he was more than a king. He was a wise king. He was more than a rich, wise king, right? Why? Because God not only used him as a judge, he was a judge, right? So he was a king and judge, and he was wise, so he gave counsel, right? So when we look at it, we're going to show you something, that he was also a type of Christ, right? One who was wise, he was a king, he had riches, spiritual riches, right? King has riches, and he preached knowledge and wisdom to people, spiritual truth, and he was a king priest, right? We only hear it one time, and that's Melchizedek, right? God forbid kings to be priests. They had to be separate, right? So when we look at Solomon, though, it says in 2 Chronicles chapter 9, it says, now when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon, she came to Jerusalem to test Solomon with hard questions, having a very great retinue and camels that bore spices and gold and abundance and precious stones. And when she came to Solomon, she spoke with him about all that was in her heart. So we're talking about what's in your heart, right? God is saying, because this was in your heart. She's like, what was in her heart? What's in your heart? God has put something in your heart. That's the message for today. What's in your heart? You know, I used to run the streets and lead people into crime and be all about that life and drugs and alcohol and violence and all this stuff. But deep down, there was something in me saying, there's something else.